Shane Reynolds now in the backfield joining Blake Horvath. Wants to go back against the grain and broken up at the last minute. South Florida snipped that one out and possesses the football more than anybody in America. South Florida the exact opposite, and Teska's going to be tripped up. That's exactly what they did. Inside give. There's an opening and a first down. Teska off to the races. Alex Teska to the house, and Navy on the board first. And now 38 tries. Longest run of the season for game of 2025.
Alex Teska has been battling injury all season long, and he's finally getting healthy. He's got a big old knee brace on his right knee, but it doesn't matter. The blocks down the field from the offensive line. You make a safety miss, and then show off the speed to run all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Where can I hit him?
Midsection, baby. Get in the middle.
First down after the penalty. Deep ball. Brown has his man far side. Keyshawn Singleton still on his feet and roped down at the 11. Well, the first big play for the Bulls in business in the red zone and a gain of 52.
This is where Navy struggled last week versus Notre Dame on big-time shots down the field. Keyshawn Singleton, he beats Justin Ross.
First down without scoring. A touchdown. Brown retreats. Byron Brown takes off. Here he goes. Brown inside the 5. Hit hard at the 3. It'll be 4th down and short from there. Here's Nico Grammatica with a 22-yard effort. And just like that, it's 7-3. Horvath with his eyes on being a U.S. Navy pilot. And again, right up the gut into South Florida territory. Alex Teska is having himself quite a first quarter. Teska has 4 carries and 104 yards. Now his high school teammate Eli Heidenreich on the screen. Rules in doing so. And a problem on the snap, and South Florida picks it up. And our first turnover, the Bulls have it. Mac Harris with the recovery.
Take the ball away. That's the one thing that can stop or slow down Navy. The ball on the ground. It's going to be a mishandled snap by Blake Horvath. He tries to go too quickly, and Mac Harris doesn't just fall on it. He scoops and gets a couple extra yards. We said the ball wasn't going to be in the air a whole lot, but we said to watch out if the ball's on the ground for Navy because extra draw isn't looking great.
He was doing the same thing I was. There's the screen against the loaded box, and that was the right call. It's a first down at midfield. Keyshawn Singleton. Movement. Thomas Schrader, his left guard spot, jumped a bit too quickly.
False start. Offense, number 67. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Brown with time. Pocket collapses, and Brown going to be corralled way back at the 44. Mark Anthony Parker got there first.
Mark Anthony Parker is another one of the leaders on this defense. You can see him get on the edge. He went on the edge early, right on the right side of your screen. And then he doesn't run past the quarterback. That's great awareness. People talk about quarterbacks having pocket presence. Well,
ball world. Early touchdown advantage. Mids get it back off the option the other way, and Horvath hit hard out of bounds. Texas playing at Georgia. Horvath's going to try to float one long. One-handed grab, and there it is! Still on his feet is Eli Heidenreich. Tripped up at the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for the Mids.
And give me about 50, 60 yards.
The high school teammates paying dividends to the edge. It's Brandon Chapman. And a trio of seniors making big plays in our first quarter. In this first quarter, and now the longest passing play from 82 yards out moments ago.
You think they're going to run it, but then all of a sudden you get behind the defense and watch this one-handed grab. The vision, the precision, the confidence. I'm surprised he didn't get into the end zone with that. That's the challenge. So many challenges of not just a triple option, but this.
Mids are coming. Brown, slant. First down, Bulls, and a lot more. Into Navy territory goes Jaquan Smith, and finally brought down to the 27.
Those are the challenges that we've seen that Navy hasn't been able to really handle. The outside corners not being able to cover consistently. And there you see right there, Nick Bell getting beat on a slant route.
Now South Florida comes at you so quickly. Lightning speed, right up the gut, through the A-gap, and rumbling for another first down is Isaac. First down, Brown slings it, end zone, and a toe tap in that back corner. He did catch it, Keyshawn Singleton. And a hop, skip, and a jump right in front of Justin Ross. It was bobbled, it felt like, for a moment, Sam. But he's able to get the feet down with possession.
The run game wasn't working, so you go to the outside. Keyshawn Singleton beats Justin Ross on a double move, and he's able to maintain control of the...
Racing in motion is Neptune. Brown wants to throw it. Surveys. And it's high for Singleton. And by the way, that 82-yard touchdown reception, rather the grab by Heidenreich, longest Navy pass play in 15 years. And then Blake Horvath around the right edge.
This is the first time we've actually really called Blake Horvath's name as a runner, and we're almost midway through the second quarter. That's the problem of this offense. They can beat you in a myriad of ways. So it might be Chapman, it might be Teska. Then it's Horvath.
Horvath with the veer, Heidenreich with the handoff, little jet sweep action. Ushered out of bounds near another first down. Championship game with a couple of more wins, including today. Horvath, jump ball. There it is for another touchdown. Tumbling down in the end zone, Alex Teska.
Hope Smith, I love the point you made about his mom being in the Naval Academy. And going back to this play, everything you think is going to be a run, but Tavin Ward, number 2, the safety, he has to motion with Teska, and then when that motion happens, his eyes are in the backfield. So they beat you on the ground, they beat you through the air, and as we're missing, they just got to beat you through the sea, and that's all you need.
All set up with the short field after the Navy defense forced the 3-and-out. Nathan Kirkwood perfect on his PAT tries this year. Remember, that came after the 66-yard punt by the sophomore Jacob Carlson. Rush up to this point. Navy with a pair of sophomore corners getting the bulk of the action. That pass was a wobbler, and it's going to be picked off. Mids have it. Philip Hamilton back into the red zone, and the Midshipmen in business, forcing the turnover on the errant throw.
Pressure in the face of Byron Brown, and he's not going to be able to step into this throw. He's going to throw the ball off of his back foot because of the pressure by Landon Robinson, number 96. And then you see Philip Hamilton get the interception. Landon Robinson is a defensive stud. He's an NFL prospect. He beats the inside guard.
Costly turnover for the Bulls. Blake Horvath. Hard collision for the Mids. On the move after the turnover. Horvath keeps it, wants to throw it, does. Front pylon incomplete. Here comes a flag.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense. The penalty is declined. It's 3rd down.
Teska, the running back. Horvath to the air. Buys some time. There's a flag. And Horvath delivers. Pass is going to be caught on the slide. Inbounds. It'll be 1st and goal pending the penalty.
Personal foul. Chop block. Offense number 66 and 69. It's a 15-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
Nato, who's now the starting right guard after he's moved around with Hoke Smith out.
So you're not allowed to be engaged with someone as an offensive lineman, and then another.
Newberry told us that was certainly going to change today. Horvath steps up, now beyond the line of scrimmage, slides down. Well, the Mids in field goal range from the right hash. Kirkwood tries to curl it in that upright, and he does just inside. Basically a 50% opportunity to reach the college football playoff. Again, with a win in this game, that puts them in position quickly. Byron Brown gets back to neutral no matter what happens. On 2nd down, he's hoping to pick up a first, and he does. Just shy of midfield. Openings. Byron Brown, play action. We kind of held off a blocker to his left. And Isaac down to the 40 should be enough to keep the drive alive, and it is. Isaac inside zone. Shot down crossing the 40. Did the ball come out late? Philip Hamilton stuck his nose in there, and let's see. American Conference Player of the Year. Sidearm delivery off the screen. Needed 4. Diving ahead is Koger. And he was stopped by Griffin Willis.
Great tackle, and then Koger, it's that left knee. Was that left knee down before the ball was extended? So you see him right there. Griffin Willis on the inside making that tackle from the defensive tackle position.
Indisputable video evidence, I should say, needed. That knee comes down right as he approaches the line to gain. That angle may be our best look. Is that enough to overturn the call on the field?
See, I like this angle right here. You'll see that left knee, and it seems like it's still just a bit short of that 30-yard line.
On fourth down, get low. Handoff straight ahead, and I don't think so. Navy gets the stop. Possession.
Ruling on the field as the runner was short of the line to gain. So it is a turnover on downs. First down, Navy. Sideline warning, Navy. There is no yardage.
At the end of this quarter, Horvath looks like he's going to throw it, and he does. And a pass is caught. It's a first down for the Mids. Eli Heidenreich in field goal range for Kirkwood. Horvath buys some time, escapes the pressure, races out of bounds near the 49. Against the zone, Horvath going to be corralled and driven down back at the 40. After the timeout by the Bulls, we'll get it back and a fair catch at the 21.
Ball, but better play by the defense.
Sam, this Navy secondary has been outstanding to start. In traffic again, and Koger upended hard. It's been unsettling at times, but Brown wants to throw it. Off the pump fake. Here's where he can be so electric. Deep ball. Pass is caught, and it was inbounds. On the move was Koger. And that rare explosive play the Bulls have been in search of. Off the quick hitch, Udia Rubin get what he can across the 30. Bulls hope this is a game, a tale of two halves. Brown straight up the gut. Byron Brown still on his feet. It'll be first and goal for South Florida. Formation helps spring Brown for a big gain. Brown with a keeper. Brown with a touchdown, and there it is. Boy, the dual threat can beat you in so many different ways. It is 24-16.
And this is how you set up plays from one thing to another. First, you got that pass. That pump fake shows you the ability to get into the end zone. And then all of a sudden, Byron Brown just does what he does the best. Keep the ball, lower his shoulder, find.
Midshipmen set to get the football back. An 8-point lead. Isaiah Bryant hit hard and driven down to the 17. And this veteran officiating crew reviewing that kick return for potential targeting.
So number 54, linebacker Amer for South Florida. The option for targeting is this. It has to be with the crown of the helmet, because the runner is not defenseless. So what they're looking for is number 54 for South Florida, lower his helmet and lead with the crown and make forcible contact. Doesn't have to just be to the head or neck. If you have targeting with the crown of the helmet, it can be to any part of the body. And so what I see, what they're looking for is, does he lower his helmet?
After review, there is no foul for targeting on the play. It's first and 10.
Horvath wants to throw it. Nearly got tripped up on the drop back. Pass is caught. That's a first down. Third down. They'll shove Horvath across the line to gain. That's enough for the first. No, the Midshipmen on the move. Back-to-back third down conversions. Chapman motions out. Horvath will roll it that direction. On the move, floats one long. Man-to-man coverage and incomplete. The third straight punt for the Midshipmen. And a penalty flag comes in. There was contact with Jacob Carlson. And the return back to the 15. Let's see.
Running into the kicker, receiving team number 25. 5-yard penalty. Replay fourth down.
Chapman went in motion. Horvath the other way. To the edge. First down, Midshipmen. A shotgun look from under center. Eye candy for Woodson to simply keep it back to the original line, and that's it. Selascar, the South Florida Bulls. Chapman on the jet sweep, brought down short of the 40. No, fourth down and long coming up for the Midshipmen. Mac. Late toss, Heidenreich will pick up the first down. Mids on 3rd and 8. Horvath into the flats. Chapman still on his feet, and now 4th and short as he escapes to the 30. And you know what's coming. Jumbo set, a flea flicker. Horvath gets it back, throws it up in the air. Man-to-man coverage. There's the flag.
That was a risky call.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Game.
Heinrich out. Robinson in, and a punishing hit on 2nd and 10. You're watching ESPN College Football presented by Tom. Shovel pass. Inside run after this Navy football program. 31-yard effort to make it a 2-score game. And Kirkwood connects.
Oh, now it's great out there.
Football starved for a championship. Brown heaves it deep. Man-to-man coverage and incomplete. Here come multiple penalty flags. Nick Bell interfered with Jaquan Smith.
Call.
Pass interference. Defense number 10. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Trey Bell gets beat. So Jaquan Smith, the speedster, has a big-time lead on Trey Bell. But I didn't see the contact for that play to be called a pass interference. Well, now
contact. 15-yard infraction, not a spot foul. Byron Brown off to the races. And there he goes, all the way to the end zone. And the South Florida Bulls, Rubin goes in motion. Brown back to the end zone, and Rubin with a tap dance. Yes, it was in. 27.
Byron Brown, great block by number 15, Alvon Isaac. You have the pump fake, you spread him out, run right down the middle. And then you have Moody or Rubin on the big-time play. Brown is an extremely elite-level athlete, but Rubin, the transfer from Stanford, finds the back of the end zone for a 2-point conversion.
Mids are trying to stop a 2-game losing streak. Woodson, full head of steam, dives towards the line to gain. 3-point lead for the Midshipmen, and they will try to shove Woodson across the line to gain, and they did. Playoff on the line for South Florida. Woodson wants to throw it, has a man wide open. Pass is caught. Guess who? Heidenreich. It'll be first down for the Midshipmen. 146 yards in one game. Woodson, end zone. Yes, sir. Take his team all the way down the field into the end zone.
Braxton Woodson, the junior from Florida, with the quarterback follow. Started last week versus Notre Dame, so he has experience. He knows what to expect and just uses his patience to get to the end zone. Brilliant play calling by this Navy football team.
Back to a 2. On 2nd and 10. Side arm and out of bounds. Jonathan Eccles. Here they come. Brown waving his way through traffic. Diving ahead across the 40. Brown to the air. Pitch and catch. That'll move the sticks to the 30. Try to make it a 1-score game again. Backwards throw. Wide open end zone. The answer is yes. Was it caught? It was for the touchdown. Jeremiah Koger.
Courage and confidence it takes to call that play at that time. Nakai Davenport is a running back, but coach told us, hey, he could throw it as well. Passes backwards. It's a heck of a catch.
And the extra point is no good. That clock grinding away, and Teska will pick up the first on the very next play. These last 2 tries with Braxton Woodson coming in. Straight ahead on first down. Closer with a win today. That would put them at 6-1 in the league. Woodson with a path. Big yardage for the Midshipmen. Braxton Woodson all the way. 8:59 to go. And the lead expands.
And he essentially runs a zone read type of play. But it's not just the decision. It's the block by left tackle Sean Crowley and the speed to be able to outrun the entire defense. And then you see the response. Hey, everybody, calm down. Calm down. He says this place is in good hands. When Blake Horvath is gone, you will be just fine.
9-yard gain on first down. Inside zone. Needed a yard. He'll pick up maybe a yard and a half. Move the sticks. After picking up the first down, Brown flushed out of the pocket. Will get what he can inside the 45. Bulls ranked in the top 25 of last Tuesday's latest iteration of the CFP rankings. And Brown Here's Byron Brown on third down. Tunnel screen to the perimeter. Cuts it back inside. A hurdle. And Rubin gets to the end zone. Mudia Rubin, the Stanford transfer.
So Mudia Rubin graduated from Stanford, so he's smart. He gets a great block by Jeremiah Coger, but watch his strength, the speed, the agility, the strength. You hurdle over somebody, you knock them over.
In at running back. Brown towards that back corner, and it's corralled. Brought in cleanly by Keyshawn Singleton. No question about it. Second down and 9. Shane Reynolds on the field. Woodson straight ahead. And corralled at the 36. QB follow. Woodson still moving the pile. Mids just need to hold on to the football. Horvath. Hard collision and upended quickly. Handoff to Heidenreich. Wisely stays inbounds. Cuts it inside. See what Horvath decides to do. He's just going to run it straight into the pile. And it all comes down to when that play clock to go. And that's what he'll do. Retreating as far as he can, avoiding the pressure, heaving one deep and out of bounds. And the clock shows 0-0.
The game is not
It
over.
worked.
The previous play is under further review to determine.
And now they want to take one more look. We'll take a look at the clock and what we see in conjunction with Woodson's pass. He releases that with about 4 seconds to go.
Ooh, it looks like there was 1 second left. The question is, when does that ball touch out of bounds? Not when it crosses out of bounds, when it touches something out of bounds. And when it touches something, from what it looks like, is that there was 1 second left.
There was.
So if that's the case, moving forward, now South Florida is going to have one play. Navy needs to have everybody all the way back. This is the time you're too far back for a Hail Mary. So South Florida is going to think essentially hook and lateral. Flip, 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 flip. And then Navy has to say, everybody stay back, and then make the tackle.
Our replay official Mark Larson in conjunction with the command center for the American. And remember, too, if you are...
After review, the pass was incomplete and hit the ground with 1 second on the game clock. It will be South Florida's ball, first down at the 34-yard line. The game clock will start on the snap.
Byron Brown, crossing pattern. There's the first lateral. Now the second. Davenport has it, throws it backwards. Navy's on top of it. That will do it, an upset in Annapolis.
You want this, you got that. No way, watch